My name is Andrew Martin. The date is January 22nd, 2017. I'm enrolled in Speech 205, Section 34. Imagine a massive library that has billions and billions of books in it. Imagine how long it would take for you to find one specific book inside that entire library. It'd take forever. You'd have to go row by row, shelf by shelf, and it'd take about forever. Well, the library would have to have a very efficient system for retrieving that specific book and giving it to you. The underlying concepts for that are what's used in hard drives and SSDs. Tonight I'm going to be talking about how data is stored, what hard drives and SSDs are, and how they differ. So all our data is stored in hard drives and SSDs. It's permanent storage, which means if you unplug it, if you unplug your computer or if your computer crashes, all your valuable data is still on those hard drives and SSDs. It won't be lost unless it's physically destroyed. So all your programs, all your Word documents, all your videos, even schoolwork, tax stuff, even stuff like Google Chrome and Windows 7 are all stored on hard drives and SSDs. So what do they look like? This right here is a hard drive. I kind of cannibalized it, but this is what a hard drive looks like, at least the kind that you put into desktops. For laptops, they have a slightly smaller version. And I do not have an SSD on me. I didn't feel like ripping it out of my laptop to present it tonight. But an SSD is about the same size as this, and it looks about the same, probably even has the same color. So that's what they look like. Hard drives, according to Scott Mueller in his book, Upgrading and Repairing PCs 22nd edition, he says that hard drives use motors, platters, and arms to store and to retrieve data. So all that means is this platter right here holds all of your data, and it spins around at 5,400 RPM, and that's faster than most cars will go. And this head will move back and forth to a specific spot. The computer says, hey, give me this Word document. The head spins to a specific spot, grabs the Word document, sends it on back to the computer. The computer asks, hey, give me a video. So the head spins to a separate spot, grabs the video, and gives it to the computer. Now, all this consumes a lot of power because there's a motor going, there's a head spinning, there's an arm moving. All that mechanical motion just eats up electricity like no one's business. SSDs, on the other hand, I'm going to use this to represent an SSD. They, according to Scott Mueller in his book, Upgrading and Repairing PCs 22nd edition, it uses NAND flash technology, which in plain English just means billions and trillions of little switches contained within the package here. So it's all just little electronic switches, actually microscopic electronic switches that are used to store all your data. Excuse me. So the computer will say to a SSD, hey, give me this Word document. So the SSD sends an electrical signal, finds where the Word document is located in those switches, gets it, sends it back. Now this happens almost instantaneously in an SSD because electricity travels extremely quick. You observe this in your day-to-day lives when you flick on a light switch and the lights turn on instantly. So that just shows the electricity is very, very quick. Now, SSDs don't use that much power because there's nothing moving in them. So the big differences between hard drives and SSDs work a lot faster than hard drives. In a hard drive, you have your arm is moving back and forth, really rapidly, so fast the eye almost can't see it. But in computer terms, that's really slow when you consider it's going up against the SSD, which it grabs files almost instantaneously using electrical signals. So what does that mean? Say you're grabbing a video, say for some unfortunate reason you have to watch Frozen. Well, a hard drive might take several minutes to pull that off, but an SSD, it'll take a couple seconds because it's just so much faster. Hard drives also use a lot more power than SSDs because of all the moving parts. So in laptops, that means an SSD will give you a bit longer battery life than a laptop with a hard drive. Second thing hard drives have for them is the SSDs have for them is that they're a lot less fragile than hard drives. Hard drives, since there's so many little moving parts, that if it's dropped, it's toast. Something's going to get out of whack, and it won't work, all your data's gone, and you now have an expensive paperweight instead of something that stores all your data. An SSD, there's no moving parts. You drop it, it's fine, it's cool. So what does that mean? In a laptop, if you have a hard drive and you drop it, you're toast. Your laptop's dead, your hard drive's dead, you don't have any data, and yeah, you gotta start over from scratch. If you have a laptop with an SSD in it and you drop it, your laptop's still dead, but you now have the SSD still working, and you still have all your data. So that's why some people choose SSDs for laptops, simply because if they drop it, it's all fine. So the one thing hard drives have for them is price. According to Lucas Marion from PC World, hard drives cost a quarter of the amount of SSDs. So if you buy a hard drive that can contain a terabyte of data versus an SSD that can contain a terabyte of data, the hard drive will cost a quarter of the price. So that's one of the reasons why we have hard drives still, instead of the smaller, faster, more durable SSDs. It's just because hard drives are so much cheaper. So in conclusion, tonight I've talked about how our data is stored, how hard drives work, how SSDs work, and how they differ a bit. I hope you all leave here feeling a bit more informed, and I leave you with just a little bit of knowledge of how these extremely complex libraries of data work.
Very good.